Okay. Hi, I'm Peytie McCandless, and I'm going to be playing Benvolio and the nurse. I'm really excited to just sort of like to do this play in such a new, compacted, fast-paced way, and I'm excited to play the two parts that I have, Benvolio and the nurse, because I'm playing across two different identities with these two roles, because Benvolio is normally played by a guy and the nurse is normally played by an older person. So I'm kind of having to like do this fun, interesting thing of figuring out how to embody and inhabit these things and connect with those two characters. The connection with Benvolio is probably the most obvious one to me, in that he's like I see him as the peacemaker, that he's sort of he's the one who's like, this is not a good idea, everybody calm down. and just that he kind of is like, he's sort of wanting to keep everybody together, and that his focus is on the friendships that he has and keeping those friendships strong. And yeah, so that really resonates with me, and I feel a lot for what happens to him, because he basically loses everyone. I think that there are lots of different kinds of love, and that there's a version of love that is a choice. One meaning of love to me is that it is definitely a choice, and it's a choice that you make to commit to someone, and it's a choice that you make that's a verb, it's an action. So it involves having a lot of self-responsibility, a lot of accountability, a lot of self-understanding. So I think that there's a kind of love that's a choice, and I find that very powerful, because it goes beyond just the kind of first infusion of emotion, which might be the start of it, but then there's a commitment. That's a choice. I think they do. I think that's a more interesting idea, that they feel something, but then they decide to follow through on it, at great cost to themselves, because, well, obviously, but also before they know what's going to happen, before we know what's going to happen, they're throwing off both of their tribes to make that choice.